Are you ready to be puzzled?
No.
Good, because this episode fucking sucked. The puzzler wanted to steal a plane. Okay, we're out of here.
Oh, we don't have to do that, sure. Yeah. That's basically the premise of the episode. He wants to steal he wants to steal from a billionaire, which Robin's not happy about. And then he's like, I am an outstanding American. I will not sell
I'm not going to sell this plane to some other country. I will sell it back to the man who built it. But for $4 million. That seems reasonable. I am the puzzler.
Oh, your funny scene where the Blimpie, I think one of the villains, was opening the door to let the plane out, and then he just walks over to the guy. He's like, "Well, you're not gonna open the door?" And he's like, "Yeah, take a look at this." And then Batman comes down and he's like,
"Yeah, Batman's here, boss. It's time to fight." Blimpie did steal the show. He was my favorite.
Yeah, he looks familiar, like I've seen him before in some show, but
I was thinking he looked a lot like Chris Farley.
I wasn't thinking Chris Farley, but some of the ilk of like that mustache, long hair.
But yeah,
that was basically the episode.
Also, Santa Claus was involved.
Yeah, it was really. So there was like a part where like it was like, oh, it's getting cold or whatever, and if this takes place in, let's just use air quotes, New York, but it's like based on Chicago. It's like, okay, there'll probably be snow on the ground, but there's like no snow or whatever. And then Santa Claus just comes out looking drunk as shit.
Looking and sounding drunk as shit.
And Jeff's like, well, I'm going to look up this episode. So he looked up the episode. It actually came out.
I was hoping it had aired in like June.
Yeah.
But no, it aired December 22nd. So.
But he's like, Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry! And it's like, he's just a like, I know you say Merry Christmas like once, maybe twice, but like he just kept going. He just looks like he's just like. And he looks at the there's a lot of looking at the camera too in this episode.
Yeah, Batman looks over. If you can't trust Santa Claus, who can you trust?
And he's like, well, I can't tell you here, Santa Claus, but I'll call you. But wouldn't Santa Claus know? I mean, I know this isn't like the.
He would know.
He knows who's naughty and nice, so I think he would know how.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say he would know where Bruce Wayne lives, but would he know that Bruce Wayne is Santa?
You think? Do you think Santa Claus is confused that he's like, wait a minute, I've never seen Bruce Wayne and
Batman in the same room.
But they can't be the same. They can't be the same person.
I got it. Bruce Wayne is Robin.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're done.
Oh, wait. I guess one thing we did forget. So the beginning of this episode, they're talking about like, oh, you're bird calling or whatever, blah blah blah, and then they get an air balloon. They just keep going up, and then the one guy like is like, oh yeah, at like 30,000 feet, 20,000 feet, the
basket's gonna drop out from underneath you.
Yeah.
And luckily, one of the henchmen threw some gum into the basket, so they were able to gum up the
detection.
Yeah,
the air detection,
the altitude meter thing, and then Batman's like, "Oh, by the way, this very specific bird is migrating at this time of year." Hey, Robin,
which is funny because if it's wintertime, they would have been gone by now.
You would think. And he's like, hey, Robin, do you know how to do this bird call? And Robin's like, fuck no, I don't.
He's like, well, try it. And then like, the bird's like, got pissed. And he's like, oh, thanks. And Batman's like, well, sorry to bother you, bird.
Enjoy your vacation.
Yeah. Which is funny. So, it's actually kind of funny because this week, the week that we're recording this, there's supposed to be a mass migration of birds back to where we live. And yeah, it's just funny that this episode takes place in December, air quotes December. Yeah. They're in a hot air balloon in December.
Well, it's called a hot air balloon.
And then when they land, they're in the desert. There's no snow.
That's because shut up. They landed upstate.
I'm gonna say something, and it's in DC universe, so technically this is canon. But Stargirl, was recorded in 2020. I think the first season was recorded before COVID, And then the next few seasons were just they're like it's summertime as we're going down the street and all the trees are dead. The grass is like brown. They're like, oh, I can't wait. It's summertime. We're gonna be out, we're gonna go out and stuff. And they're like in heavy ass clothes. This takes place in Nebraska, and it's just like I know it's COVID times, but it's like put a little effort into it.
No,
I think maybe DC's just opposite. Maybe everything takes place in Australia. Because I think Australia's opposite to America. Where like in the wintertime for us is summertime for them, and summertime for us is wintertime for them.
I didn't know Australia had winter. I thought.
Well, I don't think they have winter, but they get cold. I
thought it was just hot and gross all year round.
Well, if you're from Australia, and you're not getting beat up by a kangaroo right now, or fighting a kangaroo,
or those spiders with health bars.
Yeah. Leave us a comment below.
Make sure to rotate your text though, so we can read it.
Yeah. I take that, Australia. I tell you what, this is probably one of the more better episodes.
Oh yeah?
For the most part, just it seemed like there was, I don't know. I was gonna say maybe it wasn't dumb, but I also didn't really pay attention to most of this episode. I just know that Sandman and Catwoman are teaming up.
I don't even understand that team up. That team up doesn't make fucking sense.
You know what's funny is I think the superhero movie, that parody movie of superheroes, like it came out like the 2010s. There was a scene where Sandman and Catwoman, or whatever their names are in that, were like fighting each other, and that's all I thought about was like because there's a part where Sandman gets he gets somehow he disintegrates, and then the Catwoman calls over the cats, and the cats take a shit on the sand, and that's the whole time I was thinking about this episode. I was like, oh, that's what Catwoman's gonna do, turn cats over and take a shit.
Yeah, if only this guy's sand powers were sand powers and not sleep powers.
Yeah, so like they team up. They're trying to get this spaghetti lady. Her last name is literally Spaghetti.
She makes the best noodles. She's like probably the richest person in Gotham.
Well, Bruce is the richest person in Gotham.
No, the way that they made it sound, she was richer, and she's having sleep problems. So the idea is to have Catwoman go on TV for a free commercial so she can get Sandman's number, call him, he'll show up as a doctor, knock her out, and then she'll fall in love. She falls in love with him because she's like, oh, finally I can sleep again. Let's go to Spaghetti Island where we can get married. And I was like, man, I really wish she was an actual supervillain. And, like, Sandman's just like, oh, shit, I have fucked up. Batman, please save me.
Yeah.
But no, she's just...
Remember, women can't be evil. They're just misled.
It's true. Very true. And, the Catwoman just gets arrested. Because, Sandman... He talks to some guy, I guess, off screen. And the guy off screen calls up Gordon and is like, hey, I know where Catwoman is, or something like that. And then, the police just arrest Catwoman, and that's the end of her importance to the plot.
Yeah, there was also a lady that was undercover working for Catwoman, and then she gets captured, and then they just kind of throw her away too. Like, Robin finds her in the middle of the maze he gets put in, and then all of a sudden, the Batman goes to the house, and he's like, he's in the maze, and then they just fast forward.
And then they're like, meanwhile.
And then Batman's like, oh, by the way, with the maze, most mazes are if you go in left, and then make 2 rights, and then another left, that's usually the maze. Even though Catwoman's setting up this maze, she's like, oh, you could be in there for an hour, you can be in there for 10 hours, you can be in there for a month, you can be in there for a year.
Yeah, actually, it's just 4 turns. I can't believe Robin couldn't figure that out.
Robin or the lady.
I'll cut the lady some slack. Her name was Policewoman.
No, I'm not gonna cut her slack because she was she didn't have the electric fence.
True. She just decided to wait in the middle of the maze.
She just stopped and was like, well, I'm gonna die here.
This is my life now.
The Catwoman set it up like, oh, if you get to the center of the maze, then you're probably gonna die, I was like, oh, okay, is there gonna be tigers there? Because she likes to have tigers and stuff. But no,
She doesn't like to have tigers. That was one time.
you know what?
That was one time when they had a budget.
No, but then Batman, goes to Spaghetti Island, and then in the distance, Jeffrey Epstein's like, "Hey, free land." No, she's watching them fight, then she falls asleep by herself.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, she just has to watch people fight, and then she will.
Yeah, she's gonna hire 2 bums to fight in front of her. And that's where bum fights came from.
Yeah, if you just went on the other side of the island, you just would find like a bunch of people in cages and stuff. Like, yeah, she's just evil, and Batman doesn't even know.
Yeah, it'd be real fucked up.
You know what's funny? So I was rewatching because I wanted to see one of the episodes like of her recordings, and I'm like, oh yeah, the ratings that we never did, or that we were doing, and then we forgot.
That.
Honestly, these two episodes, these two shows actually flew by. So I would give them both a 10 out of 10 for speed. But I also was looking at my phone half the time.
I don't know. I think the first set of episodes, I already forgot who it was. The Puzzler. Those episodes sucked.
Yeah. I mean,
those were bad.
That one dude. Oh, the other thing that we forgot to add in that was there's a scene where in the first the first part, what's his name? Blimpy. He was just like sitting on Robin, just bouncing on him. I was like, that'd be fun. I mean, oh yeah. So before we get too far, beginning of this episode, it's like, oh, Sandman and the Catwoman are teaming up, and then Gordon's like, as Gordon does, well, we need to call Batman. And it's like, well, I hate to bother him at this time of night, but this is a very serious crime. And then there's I don't know if they're setting up or if it's just for this episode, but they're setting up Aunt Harry or whatever the fuck her name is, to be like, I hear that buzzing. What is that buzzing?
It's so obnoxious.
I live here rent free and I just don't know. I shouldn't say she lives here rent free.
She probably does.
But
she probably wants to live there because Robin lives there.
But this is that one of the scenes where it's like, oh, is this gonna be a Batman-less episode? And because they call and Alfred's like, oh, he's not here, and they're like, oh, okay, and then they're like, well, if we do the bat signal, they put the bat signal up, and then Batman is out with a bunch of kids in the forest. Don't ask what he's doing.
Yeah, some teenagers from the early 2000s,
and he's like, there's a bat signal. I mean, something, but we can't leave this kid. I thought he was actually going to leave. I thought he was going to leave the kids out there. I'm like, yeah.
No, he doesn't leave the kids, and thankfully nothing evil happens on like the first night, so he doesn't have to feel bad about not showing up to the bat signal. And then later, Gordon calls the bat phone again. And Aunt Harriet's like, there's that beeping again.
That beeping. I can't take it anymore.
Okay.
So yeah. I will say, I don't know. I think Catwoman has better episodes. Now I have forgotten all her episodes prior. But like, at least with this one, there's something about her episodes is just like, it just kind of flies by. So
yeah.
If we get more Batman and less of, I wonder where the Riddler's at.
I
haven't seen the Riddler in a while.
I'm sure he's.
Alright, I hope he's not dead.
He'll be back next week, probably.
He's been gone for a while.
Has he been in season 2 at all?
I don't think so.
Huh.
The last time he was in the bakery scene, I think.
I don't remember when that was.
They were filming. I think it was filming. Was it filming the movie? Was the last time we saw the Riddler?
Oh, that might have been.
No, we saw him another time because he did that suit. We thought that was gonna be his thing. They went back to the skin.
Yeah, but that was in the same episode.
No, I know. But then I think he came another episode after, and then he was back in the skin suit again.
Yeah, probably.
So
I'm sure the Riddler will be back.
I'm worried about him. I'm worried about the Riddler.